Okay, so following on now into the third person perspective taking ability. This comes online in sort of teenage years, could be a little bit earlier in some, but it's where we actually now start to be able to take a perspective on two perspectives. This is the birth of science. This is the Industrial Revolution came around when culturally we could start to do this. We could actually start to see what is real and what is true. Before then, we just believed in an ism. But when this level of perspective-taking ability comes online, we get to actually compare two isms and go, actually, this ism is better than that ism, or that truth is better than this truth. And we actually start to be able to judge, quantify, and the rational mind really comes online. So we can be a lot more rational here. We're focused on truth. We're focused on achievement. We're focused on development. And again, we see this, don't we? We see this in children. It's the age where they really love sports. They go for it because they want to win. They want to be the top of their game. So this is the level of development we go through at that age. From around, 10, 11, 12, 13, up until sort of 16, 17. We're in this level of development. So again, how did you go through that? Did you go through it healthily? Or do you feel like you couldn't really express it? Maybe you're in a household where winning and achieving and being the best wasn't allowed. Or maybe you had an older sibling who was the best and you always felt like you weren't. Again, all of these circumstances and situations can trigger these different shadows in us that can come out in different circumstances. So at its best, this level of thinking is very rational, it's very clear, it's very objective. It can be structured, it can be organized, it's very entrepreneurial and innovative. As I said, this is the birth of Western thinking. The Industrial Revolution came out of us collectively as humanity developing this new level of consciousness, which wasn't really available before then. This new level of perspective-taking ability. But at its worst, which really is pointing to some of the shadows now, which we're going to get into, it can be overly objective and cold. It can be focused on winning at all costs. It can be ignoring the team or individuals and just being very autonomous. It's about me winning. And it can really lead to workaholism, burnout, and just pushing too hard. So we see these shadows in society all the time. Nothing wrong with achieving and being the best. But when it comes through unconsciously, that's when it leads to the workaholism and burnout and just pushing, and never stopping. So in the next video, we'll go into that in a little bit more depth. And we'll start to look at what kind of situations might trigger this. And what kind of shadows then come out from the unconscious and take over. And how they might look in real life and how we then might work with them.